Good early evening and welcome to another edition of What I Miss. What I Miss is made possible by a generous grant from the Ben and Sylvia Gardner Foundation. Today is Friday, January 16th. Got a new koozie. The kind folks at Boundary Stone hooked me up with one of their Support the Troops fundraisers they did. So nice, another camo one. It's 60-minute. Okay. Kicking off with last night's posts. For my fellow Beastie Boy fans, I found this recently released video from Hot Sauce Committee Part 2, reminding me that is an extremely underrated album. So check it out, Beastie Boy fans. The Friday question of the day. This is about the shared tables. Yes, you can share them literally, but I'm talking about, the food court style tables, shared in the sense that they're not affiliated with any particular restaurant there. I went last weekend and was just wondering what the etiquette was for people reading newspapers and chatting because it was smashed crowded and interesting poll results. So take a look if you're interested in the popular Union Market in Noma. This morning we posted an incident about a cyclist who ran a stop sign and hit a pedestrian and was a bit rude, shall we say. You can you can read the full report on the site. But anyway, just remember we all got to follow the signs. Walkers, cyclists, cars, we're all in it together. Okay. In happier bike news, the what's it called? Bike Rack and Filter Coffee House are opening up their new store in Brooklyn, across from Brooklyn Pint. That's in the Monroe Street Market by the Metro, in February. So people have been eagerly anticipating this. So it's good news to finally get an opening date. New DC report confirms news that we've talked about on the site quite a few times and we've suspected and known. Basically, when you have your first kid, you are far more likely to leave the city. And as you can imagine, this is an emotional topic revolving around schools, safety, childcare costs, housing costs, but primarily schools, I would say, was the number one topic. And I know I share that concern myself. So it's definitely an interesting debate to read, or discussion rather. Grand Trunk. This is the fast food South Asian American style something or other that we've been waiting for in Penn Quarter since 2011 has finally opened. And the reader says it's kind of like a what did they say? Like a discotheque, something like that. Some interesting pictures. Like I said the last time, I'm interested to check out the food. Oof, another painful read, which apparently has happened to like 8 other people minimum as of 2:15. What do you call it? There's a fight with the DC Office of Tax and Revenue. If you move to DC between January and April, sometimes DC thinks that you still owe the whole year for taxes, but obviously you owe the amount where you've been living here. So it gets very messy. A number of people are fighting this confusion since 2010. So disturbing to read the initial incident, even more disturbing to read that it happens to so many people. So if you move to DC between January and April 15th, you should definitely check it out. Here's another head scratcher. Well, a head scratcher just because what initially I thought was crazy. Fire suppression system, i.e. the sprinklers in a small condo. Well, the contractor came over and the pump to run it went on fire. Again, I swear to God, you can't make this up. The pump for the fire suppression system went on fire. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just giddy because it's Friday, but it's like, that's what? This happens. Anyway, the situation gets worse from there. So You can check it out if you're interested. Um, there was a reader report, somebody who is against the pop-up zoning reform legislation. So I posted his letter. Always interested to see how people feel about the pop-ups, and he had a pretty thorough report. So uh, I imagine there will be some dissent. So if you'd like to voice your opinion, feel free to do so. Ah, so yesterday somebody sent me some pictures that looked like they were photoshopped to me, but they're real. It's a pretty funny net neutrality display, like herding cats and the popularity of cats online. And anyway, it's interesting. Back to food news. Jaffa Grill. This is the falafel gyro pita something or other like that, which is opening in the old Po' Boy Cafe, 19th Street South DuPont. They are finally opening on Monday, so good news for the lunch crowd there. And finally is the weekend track update, which is pretty much every line and a lot of work fixing the communications system, which is uh, good news to hear considering the incidents of last week, of earlier in the week rather. So Monday is Martin Luther King Day. Thank you to everybody who's volunteering, and to all have a very good 3-day weekend. And I hope you get home safe and Metro is on time tonight. See you Tuesday.